Well, you touched on something in there. You talked about MiEWIMS, and so for our listeners, that's an early warning system that we're part of in designing, and it's not just saying, hey, these kids aren't coming to school. It's aligning the data, the reporting, but then the strategies, right? The strategies
Yep.
would flow with that, and we know as a state we've had a truancy rate that has been very high. So I look at this as opportunities to come alongside the school, learn together, and the strategy bank can be utilized across the state where others can share some of the best practices that they have found and how to improve. And I really like how you touched upon you have the data, but you also are able to see some different strategies to help. And I think of that first year teacher, or even a teacher who's been going for a number of years that might not always have the chance to take a deeper dive, right? Could you think of just another example of maybe a principal who's crazy busy? You were talking about that principal, the principals you worked with in the beginning, and they said they have time for that. What is a way that they could take this data now maybe and have an alignment to their school improvement plan?
Well, I'll defer back to my UMs, John, because to me, from a principal standpoint, you're looking at students' grades, their behavior, referrals, and their attendance. And you're looking for path. Did they miss anything in the first 10 days of school? Are they missing more than 10%? Are they struggling? Because when I started doing that data analysis at Escanaba High School, if you failed English 9 or Algebra 1 in the first semester of high school, you were in trouble to graduate. The path just got really tough for you.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find a single kid who failed both Algebra 1 and English 9 who ever graduated from Escanaba High School. Like, you were just blocked. So you're 15 years old and you're not going to graduate. So when you get that data in your teacher's hands, that's why I'm excited that MiEWIMS is one of the first tools that we're going to stand up in the Great Data Lake, because then you can, depending on the kid that you're working with, you can implement different strategies to help impact those kids. For us, it was just weekly meetings. We didn't have a strategy bank. We were just meeting with kids. And I'll never forget this one kid, like the 6th week of school, he's in my office and it was like, what am I here for? And I'm like, well, you've triggered, you're failing, you've missed some things, you got a behavior referral, you're on Team Doug now. He goes, what does that mean? We're going to meet the rest of the year. And he's like,
Yeah.
what? He's like, what do I gotta come see you for? What's the Dodger sticker doing on your wall? And I grew to love that kid. And we got him through his freshman year of high school. He passed everything, had a great moment with his mom at graduation 4 years later. But it's just the fact that I was able to get that data, and I had 5 people helping me, teachers and assistant principals, and we all took a group of kids, but we wouldn't have known that. We wouldn't have known what to look for, but I was compiling that with an all-star secretary. And the problem was, though, we were trying to use a purchase tool, but the purchase tool was really rigid. Like, we couldn't get them to change it and tweak it for things that we wanted to do. And so we got to a point where we just did it ourselves with spreadsheets, just because it was just too hard to work with a vendor on that.